Hey folks, welcome back to another First Impressions with yours truly, Sam Healy and
Jesse.
And JT.
And thank you for joining us here on the Flipside. Today we're going to be giving our first impressions of Comic Hunters. Now, to be absolutely honest, this is the second time that I've played the game. JT's played it a lot
Multiple
more.
times, yeah.
But this is the first time that we've played this copy from Spin Master Games. JT played a Brazilian copy of the game multiple times, and this is the first time Jess has played the game.
Yep.
So there is that. So this is kind of a first impressions. We haven't done a review or anything like that of it before. What we usually do on this is that we look at the game from 4 different categories. We're going to look at artwork, we're going to look at gameplay, and then we're also going to look at component quality and fun factor. And this is all from a first impression perspective. And I'll just go ahead and say it. Artwork is amazing simply because it's comic books.
Yeah.
Comic book covers.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
They're already cool. They're already cool. And that's one of the cool things about this is that it actually has real artwork from real comic book on the cover. And I thought it was great.
Yep.
I agree. It was absolutely cool. I liked the way that they had the full cover on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
That
it's
was really
bright
cool.
and it's vibrant and all of the colors are crisp.
Artwork was
looks
great.
Yeah. So for me, it's 4 out of 5. I loved it.
I would say 5 out of 5 for
I
me.
give it a 5 out of 5 too.
Cool.
Because that detail on those little cards is really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm throwing in mine's a little bit. If it were just that, I'm throwing in the graphic design of the board that comes in the game. It's functional, not necessarily pretty.
I like it, but not necessarily pretty, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
As far as gameplay is concerned, this is where I'm going to give it a 5.
Yep.
Because first of all, I love drafting games, and this has 4 different ways to draft cards out of the entire thing. One of them kind of being an auction more than a draft, but it still feels like a draft to me. I really enjoyed this aspect of the game. The fact that they put 4 different kinds of drafting into one specific game. That's really fun to me because I love drafting games. So I'm giving it a very 5 out of 5 for gameplay.
Yeah, I like
Is that gameplay? That's the category.
gameplay.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
I liked the way that the different drafts made it feel like each round was very different. And I liked the banter that we had playing it. And that's always important to me in gameplay.
Yep.
Like,
And you
why
are
would take
interested
that?
in what everybody else is doing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 5.
I'm a 5 out of 5 too. I love this game.
Yeah.
I love playing this game.
Yeah, super
All right.
fun.
So unanimously 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
First impressions for gameplay. All right. Component quality. That's our next category. And if I
two go
had
first.
Thor's hammer on this one, I would bring it down heavily. Unfortunately, I think Spin Master did cut some corners. While we were playing it, we had some people talking about it in our chat. And, it's a business. I get it. You want to reach a certain price point. You want to reach a certain retail price point so that your margin is high enough, and they're probably not very worried so much about the quality of the components. Whereas if Arcane Wonders was at the helm, they probably would have poured a little bit more into production.
Sure.
Than
I
Spin
don't
Master
know.
did.
I'm in the same boat. And if I have to give it a number, I'd give it like a 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still don't know. I'd like to see a side-by-side comparison of this and the other
And the
version.
Brazilian copy?
I think they're the same.
They might be.
I haven't played the other version in a while, but I think they're exactly the same. I think they took the game, said everybody likes it just like this, we're just going to make it like this, and we're going to give it a small price point. So I don't know. They could have definitely done something better.
Yeah, I mean
100%.
the game's only $24.99.
Yeah.
That's the retail price for it.
Yep.
So you are getting a $25 game. You
Sure.
are getting that. But as far as board gamers are concerned, especially with the way production quality is in the market right now, you're probably going to be disappointed, and you're probably going to want to sleeve your cards right out of the gate.
Away. Yeah,
right
I'm
out of the
gonna go
gate.
home and sleep.
It's just the way it is, and it's unfortunate. I think if Arcane Wonders had been at the helm, we'd have better component quality. But they weren't. And the argument about whether it's better than the Brazilian one or not, I get it. If it's the same, I get it, and I think that's a valid argument.
If it's less than, then
that would be a problem. But
yeah.
I also want to look at it the fact that I think the company that made it in Brazil is much smaller than
sure.
Spin Master.
Yeah. I'm not saying they couldn't have upgraded it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't downgrade it.
No, I don't know if they downgraded it or not. Yeah. We don't have two copies side by side. But the fact that a smaller company did just as good, that's... I'm not going to say that it's egregious, but it's kind of disappointing. I would have thought that we would have put a little bit more production quality into it.
Path of least resistance.
Path of least resistance, I get it. And this is a tough market right now as well. So I get it, but it is still a disappointing. I'm going to go with JT here. It's a 2 out of 5 for me.
I don't have as much opinion on component quality as these two do. Mm-hmm. But I will say the cards were thin. And they were very bendy.
They're not the thinnest cards we've seen.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
They're not the thinnest cards, but they're not.
I didn't thoroughly love the little cardboard tokens.
Yeah.
I would say, and I'm not a game designer or more of a player, so I would say a 3 out of 5 because I've played games with worse components.
Yeah.
So I would say 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah. Well,
but that's because I don't have as much of a comparison. I have played games with some amazing components.
Sure.
And those I go, okay, that is perfect.
That's about a Ticket to Ride card, right? Do you think Ticket to Ride is thicker than that?
Well, it
depends
again,
on the version, maybe.
It's not really... It depends on the copy that you get.
Sure.
But it's the finish that was not good for me. Maybe even the material that the card was made out of, because they were retaining wonky shapes.
Weird shapes.
They were.
Yeah.
They just weren't even laying flat.
No.
So that I don't know why.
So maybe
I don't
fair.
get it.
Yeah, no, I did see that too. So maybe it goes to a 2.5 there.
So
I'll say 2.5.
they could have done a lot better.
Yeah.
They could have done a lot better for component quality. But with that having been said, let's go ahead and move on to Fun Factor. And again, this gets super high marks.
Sure.
It's a super high game. I'm at a 5 out of 5 easily as far as Fun Factor is concerned. I love set collection. I love drafting. And it gives me both of those. And it gives me multiple ways to score for those sets at the end of the game as well.
Yep.
They found a convergence in this game that is amazing. And I think that's why it's just blowing up.
Yeah.
I think so too. I thought it was very fun. Like I said, I liked the way we all got to interact with each other. I liked the fact that we were collecting comic books. It made it thematic. The theme was nice. It made it fun. I super loved it. So.
Yeah, and it's a nice light game that you can play with anybody.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
It's an easy light game. Everybody likes drafting.
Yeah.
You could teach this to anybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely could.
Yep.
Fun Factor was off the charts here. And another thing that really kind of played into the Fun Factor for me was that there's literally zero downtime.
Yeah, pretty much. It's go, go, go.
Unless I started thinking about it.
It's a fast game.
It was super fast.
But even still, if somebody else is struggling and you're done with yours, you turn around and, okay, what are you trying to do?
Right.
And you try to help them do the best that they can with what they have.
Sure.
It was fast.
And there's no downtime. There's no downtime. I really love that fact of it. So, again, high marks, 5 out of 5 for me.
Yep.
I don't know what these guys are doing.
I'd say 5.
Yeah, I'm the same.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So,
that's our first impressions.
That's our first impressions of Comic Hunters. Available in some Barnes & Nobles and some Targets.
Is it in Targets too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know that when I was at Gen Con, they had a QR code that you could scan for 10% off on Barnes & Noble at bnn.com.
Yep.
I think it's also at Target. I think I heard some people saying that it was also in Target. So, but you got to find it. It's wildly popular right now. You got to do some research and find out where it's at. You can pick it up now. But that's our first impressions. Thank you for joining us. Give us a like and a subscribe.
Comment down below, especially if you remember what the if you have a side-by-side comparison, let us know.
Yeah,
On
please.
material.
Please do let us know.
Very curious.
See you guys and gals on the flip side. Thank you for joining us. See you later.
Bye.
Take care.